Yo, brother, it's time for us to start talking the real, man. We've been sugarcoating too much. We've got to start calling everything out for what it is.
Well, hey guys, I'm out on another ride on the Sherman L. And again, a huge shout out to Jason at eWheels for providing me this wheel for testing and play. I think I only have it for less than one more week. I've had it for a few weeks now. Many hundreds of miles. And today I'm doing another one of my higher speed range tests. Maybe this is going to be my standard range test now, because it's definitely more fun than my other ones. Basically I'm riding aggressive for me, fast for me, basically as fast as I want to ride, which tends to be in the lower 30s. Aggressive accelerations for me. And I've already done this ride, which you should have seen the videos now if you wanted to. But they were on the street tire, and I'm doing the same thing on the Knobby now to see if there's any effect. And of course, I'm not convinced there really is an effect between the tires on EUCs, but maybe we'll see. It's hard for me to get the exact, I mean my ride is the same, the route is the same, but of course speeds vary. But I tend to be pretty consistent, and I'll have the stats at the end of the ride and be able to compare that to the other ride, and so the moving average would be important. See how close I am. Anyway, that's the purpose of today's ride, and also just give you some feedback on how the wheel's going, what I'm thinking of. We got some wind here. What I'm thinking of the Sherman L so far. Some people up here. Loose dogs, that's always wonderful. I'm not using my seat. I think that'll be more consistent with all my wheels, because I usually, a lot of times I don't have seats, particularly with loaner wheels. So this would be a little more representative, or worst case, I guess. Because you definitely get a little better range if you're if you're riding seated. On this, which is unusual. They got on here. You know, so let me talk about the Knobby here. Since I've probably put 30 to 40 miles on the Knobby so far. From my perspective, I'm going to go with the street tire. By the way, I'm going to buy a Sherman L. I want one. And I'm going with the street. Got some winds here. Let me pull in my 9-foot selfie stick a little bit. I mean, this is a great Knobby, so much better like the CSTs, which I'm used to, but it's still a little unpredictable on some of the carving I do and some of the turning. You know, it still wants to fall over just a little bit. I don't know. You know, if all I had was the Knobby, you know, I wouldn't like not ride the wheel. I mean, it really is a good tire. But if I have a choice, that street tire is just great. And the various parts dirt that I will be riding this kind of wheel on, that tire does great, as you might have seen in some of Roger's testing. Well, I don't know, I think if you homeless encampments here. If you really like knobbies, you know, this is a great one from what Roger says, and he's the local tire nerd expert from my perspective. He says it's like the Shinko 244, I think. I got that number right. You know, so if you like knobbies, great tire. But if you don't need it, boy, I would just go with the street tire. Beautiful tire. So that's my perspective on this tire. It's definitely noisy. It's not as noisy as some knobbies, but maybe you can hear it. Much louder than the street tire, that's for sure. By the way, my riding weight's about 200 pounds, typical. It's a warm day today. I would say a hot day. In probably low 90s right now, Southern California. So I love this wheel. My final review video is I'm probably shooting that. Today's Saturday. I'll probably be shooting that in a few days. Take it up to Mount Baldy, I think, and give you my final perspective. Go through all what I love about it, where I put in the perspective of the 45 wheels that I've owned, and maybe 60 wheels that I've ridden, different types of wheels. What I don't like about it. Oh, and you know, I've decided, just for kicks, since I'm doing this kind of range test, and doing this range test is definitely funner. I'm not monitoring the wheel speeds all the time, say, oh, I got to keep it right in this plus or minus 1 mile per hour speed range, which is it's kind of a pain, and it's slower speed, and this is just fun. I really enjoy riding this. So if I can get through here. This has been closed, but looks like the gate is kind of down, maybe. So I'm going to sneak through here. It says do not enter. But I don't have to pay attention to that. I could ride through this, but I'm riding with my stick. Always throws me off a little bit with maneuvering. So since this kind of riding it's just so much fun, I'm going to do this same range test with some different wheels of mine. I'm going to do it with the EX30 compared to this. I'm going to do it with the Commander Pro. I'm going to do it with my Master Pro. I think I'll do it with my Lynx, and I'll do it with the ET Max. So with some of the lower capacity wheels, I'll have to modify the course a little bit. I'll take a slightly shorter route, because obviously those wheels won't get the same range as a large battery wheel. Alright, enough talking. Put the camera away, and I'm just probably going to get back to you at about a 60-mile mark when I'm back closer to the home, and the battery should be quite a bit farther down, and we'll see how this Knobby is performing. All right, well, this is the place I stopped in the previous couple rides. Now I'll also post the stats for where I was on the very last ride with the street tire. And but I'm about, well, it's popped up a little bit. I was 45% when I stopped. 47%, we'll call it. That's resting. 47% and about 56 miles. And by the way, the GPS miles are 58 or so. So this is a pretty nicely calibrated wheel. Very not too far off from GPS, which is nice. Unlike some other wheels like the Commander GT Pro, that's really off, and the ET Max is that's pretty off. That's like over 10% off. Anyway, so I feel like I'm off maybe a couple percentage points from last time I ran this, and I feel like I've been riding in some a little bit stronger than usual winds. So it's looking pretty close. Right, well, I will continue riding. Last time I was able to ride down to the ocean, or well, not quite to the ocean, but pretty close before I had to turn around and come back. And if I remember, I had to, my fun riding was over after about 75 miles, I think, maybe 77, something like that. Then I had to start slowing down. So we'll see. I'll probably get back to you when I'm at that point where I have to slow down. Okay, I feel like I've slowed down just a little bit. I haven't heard any beeps yet, like little battery beeps or anything. But I do have a ways to go to get home. I'm about 70 miles into the ride. I don't remember what my battery percentage was when I slowed down last time. Maybe I'll be able to put something up on the screen. Well, I guess I'm still going 30 miles an hour plus 16% battery. It's hanging in there. Not sure if I can ride 5 more miles at this. So looks like my range will be a little bit less than the last time I did on street tire. Again, I'm going to say the wind might have contributed to that because I was fighting some a little bit heavier than usual winds on half the ride today. It's hard to be perfect. I suppose what I could do is do this right about 4 times and average the results, right? With time I could do that, but I'm not going to have time to do something like that with the L right now. Probably should slow down just a little bit so I can make sure I can get home. Okay, I will get back to you when things are worse. Well, I just whacked my Insta360 camera. The lenses don't seem smashed. I'm not sure what I hit, but I guess I gotta watch it when I go under those overpasses. Oh well. This Insta360 X1 camera's been with me for, wow, I think maybe I've had it 4 years now. I don't know, it's been a long time. I have 2 of them. I have a backup. So I'm telling you the truth, if I destroyed this, I really wouldn't be sad. So I'm thinking of buying the X4. I want to try the 8K video. Okay guys, I'm burning off the final battery in my neighborhood. I had to slow down. I got the battery beeps at about 73 miles. And battery was rapidly, I just stopped to turn on the camera, but it was down to 3%. Yeah, it's dropping pretty quick. So definitely less mileage than last time. I'm not sure what I'm at. I'll throw up the final stats, but it's probably about 76 miles. Definitely less. again, I'll throw up the final stats on the previous ride, but probably 4 miles less maybe. I'm going to attribute at least part of that to the wind, but even so, 4 miles less out of like a 75-mile ride, thereabouts. It's not bad. Still, I'm getting the tilt back right now. Yep. It's really an interesting tilt back that the Sherman has. It's kind of like a back and forth. Begold, it's just, Begold is just back. This one starts wobbling, kind of. It's interesting. Okay, so I'm going to call this ride quits, and again, let's throw up the final stats, but it looks like about 76 miles. Not bad. Hard to say how much of it's attributed to wind or the Knobby, but even if I give it all to the Knobby, that's not too much of a sacrifice, I guess. I'm still sticking with the street tire for my wheel. Woo, wobbling. All right, guys, I hope you found this video useful, and until next time, safe riding.